Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back with another Ferrero Friday project, and this time it's a giant envelope punch board bag that holds a complete box of Ferrero. I've just added some burlap ribbon, which of course I'm just going to snip through actually on this occasion. And in here, you'll see, is a whole box of Ferrero. And it's a big one, so it comes off the side of the envelope punch board. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity just to show you how I extend the score lines so that I can still make large large bags from the envelope punch board. So I'm going to make this in centimetres. To start off with, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 28.4 by 28.4 centimetres. And you need to, on one of the sides, make a mark at 22 centimetres. Because obviously the envelope punch board doesn't extend that far, but you'll need to be able to do the punching and scoring. So if you like, you can line it up on that instead. So once you've made your mark, you're going to punch at 11.4 centimetres. So that's actually 4.5 inches. And score, and then when you get to the edge, just be very careful you don't come right off the edge, because you can punch through. Then line up the mark you've made with the notch. Okay, and punch and score. And then we're going to punch this one, and obviously we haven't extended our score line all the way, so all you're going to do very simply is crease that very slightly all the way across. So you now have your score line. So all you do is line that up, punch and score, and then punch and score across. And what I didn't do when I did this one, I didn't put right, so I punched it. There we go. I need to score it as well, so just score it down to there, and then again just gently extend that score line. There we go. Okay, and just reinforce that bone folder. Punch and score, and then line it up, punch and score, and do the same on our other one. And then you've got what's a giant punch bag. So to fold it up, those that you haven't already reinforced, I do it just gently with a bone folder. You have to remember that DSP, you know, is slightly more fragile, obviously, than card, so you don't want to scrape it and end up tearing it. And then using our punch board reverse, we just pop in and punch. Fourth one. And once you've done that, you've folded all of those through, what we're then going to do is just crease these corners. Now you could, if you wanted to, get your ruler and do them, but to be honest with you, being DSP, I find it is just as easy to kind of create the crease like this, line at the sides, and then just come in with my bone folder on the inside. Okay. So just repeat that on all 4 corners. So make our point down to the side, and again. Then I'm going to use my 3/4 inch punch just to come in and create a hole at the top. So punch one side, line up the second side. So that's where we can thread our ribbon through. And then I'm just going to come in with some fuse and just put a little bit in these corner sections. And then just fold those in, like so. There we've got our box. So our Ferrero will just fit straight in there. And then with the ribbon, what I did was popped it through, probably about a 12-inch length. And I took a piece of linen thread and literally just wrapped it around the top to start off with. And you need to get it down as close as possible to the top of that paper. There we go, like so. And obviously you could, if you wanted to, you could fix the sides together if you wanted to pop a bit of glue in there as well to hold that together. By the time it's got the ribbon on, to be honest with you, it holds in place anyway. And then I've literally just folded those ribbons back, wrapped the twine around again, and created this kind of like mock bow on the top. And then leave, once you've tied a knot, leave the threads ready for your label. And to create the label, obviously we're using slightly different colours on this paper. So I'm taking some crushed curry and some Daffodil Delight, and using the first stamp, I'm just going to stamp in the corner of a piece of Whisper White, so. I'm then going to come in with my crushed curry, like so, and then with the centre I'm going to use my chocolate chip. Again, just turn that as well. By turning it you kind of get a fuller effect on each of those. And then I'm going to use my crushed curry marker in a moment when I punch out my tag. I'm going to punch out my tag. So just decide how much of it you want visible on your tag. So I'd quite like a lot of that to be visible. Punch your tag using our everyday label. Then using your using a marker, or you could use it, or you could mask off using a post-it note. Just colour in the For You on the stamp set from Painted Harvest, and just pop that in the bottom there. Then I'm just going to put a small amount of crushed curry card, or Daffodil Delight. Well, Daffodil Delight's to hand. And I'm going to just punch out a label there. And so I'm not having to punch a hole through too many layers, I'm just going to cut that top little bit off. Pop some fuse on the back there because that happens to be handy. Layer our label up. Then using a handheld punch, just punch a hole in there. So there we have a pretty tag to go onto our gift box, and that would make a great gift for somebody in a lovely, cheerful painted harvest design. So there we go. All I need to do now is just tie that off, trim it. You could create a bow if you wanted, but there's our large bag for a full box of Ferrero Rocher with a pretty tag on it in the Coordinated Painted Harvest. I hope you've enjoyed this project. Don't forget, if you want any Stampin' Up products, please visit my Stampin' Up shop, www.heidismith.stampinup.net, or visit my blog and follow the links to shop with me there as well. Thanks for watching, and come back and see me again soon. Bye now.